All right, this video is on the alder tree, I'm right next to a lake. It's very swampy. I'm having a little trouble trying to keep dry. Anyway, this is on the alder tree. Now the alder tree, you can take a limb, take the inner bark, make a tea, and it will help soothe and relieve diarrhea. It's also good for sore throat. It's very astringent. It makes a decent little mouthwash for mouth sores and stuff like that, but it does really good with diarrhea. It doesn't have a ton of medicinal uses, but this is the alder, and this is a catkin, and you see these things on the underside of the leaves at the end of the branch, and these things are edible. Now these are very young. These are very young. They get much bigger and they change color. Sometimes they get brown and reddish, or kind of a beigey look. But anyway, they're catkins, and they are edible. They make an excellent survival food, excellent famine food for sure. But they're not real tasty. They kind of taste like corn a little bit if you boil them a couple of times and pour off the water to get the astringency out. So you can either test it when you're cooking it by tasting it, or as soon as the kind of the creamy yellowish look goes away in the water, then you know the astringency is gone, and it won't be astringent, and you'll get a good corn taste. But that's it. Catkins, they're edible, cooked or raw. You're probably better off eating them cooked. That way they're not so astringent. But anyway, boil them a couple of times. Test it out. You may only have to boil them once. But if they're still bitter, astringent, then boil them again. And like I said, you can tell by the water. If that water clears up and it's not creamy yellowish looking, then you know that astringency is gone. Anyway, that's it. Edible catkins on the alder tree. The inner bark of the branches, take it and get you a little piece of it and make you a tea, and it will soothe diarrhea. But that is it. That is the alder. And we will see you. Hey, I'm not an expert. You need to consult with a local expert before you go eating anything, and we'll see you on the next one.